Back with Quake Champion stream. According to stream charts, the game seems quite dead at this time of the day. So we might have to queue for a while. But it means that we will have time to buy a backpack. Find treasures. Then shards. It's actually really interesting that during the first weeks or even months of early access, it was quite easy to get shards by either getting duplicates or mostly by selling the skins you got. But after that, they have changed the drop rate for skins. It feels like you get a lot more shaders nowadays than you get skins, and also they dropped the sell price for, I think, for all of the skins, or at least for most of them. So it's a lot harder to get shards now. So I'm happy that I actually have the stuff that I think makes a difference in my gameplay, and that is the weapons. For example, even this small difference between the heavy machine gun skins, it actually matters, because I always mixed up the heavy machine gun with the machine gun skin, and then I sometimes wasn't sure which one I was using. So this makes it a lot easier to see. Also, I like the Quake 1 super nail gun. It feels like it doesn't take so much space on the screen. Then I have all the LGs. Someone told me that this struck lightning gun is good, but I find it absolutely horrendous. Also, I don't like the Thunderbolt. But the Quake gun and the normal lightning guns, they are fine. And I'm not sure about this strug railgun anymore because of the rail effect. I used to like it a lot more because the model is a bit smaller than or maybe even quite a lot smaller than the default model. But at the same time, the rail particle effects are, or I'm not sure, they're not maybe particle effects, but anyway, the effects there when you use the gun get on the way quite a bit. So I might have to change that back to the default one, which is unfortunate because the default model is just huge. Blocks like 10% of your view. Good morning, Bas Halsta. I guess you were my first viewer, or at least the first one to say anything. Or something. Locktar sometimes plays at this time of the day, so it would be nice if he was online. I could actually try to contact him in Discord and see if he's ready to play. Okay, Ruins of Sarnath. Here we go.
3, 2, 1. Round 1. Fight.
Stupid thing is that I left the Mega there. I hope he won't get it. No. Come on, Railgun. That was about 3 late. I need more rockets. Couldn't really hunt him down there. $26, and this was 3 late. It's good that I hit the rail there because he was using the Berserk. So had I not hit it, I think it could have been quite scary. Oh.
Prepare to fight. Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Fight.
Oh. That was quite unfortunate for him. Missed the Mega health there. Oh. Nice nail gun there. And LG, not bad at all. Not bad at all. My turn. Oh dear. Fast reflex it. Ah, he went there. Nope. Last rocket.
Prepare to fight.
That was tight.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Round 3. Fight.
Okay, both at 3. Almost. Almost got away. Down there. I need more rockets. Some extra speed. And I should get this. Yep. He seems to be a Finn. Not too many Finnish players around. %44 rail, but only 9 shots. Well, that one rail shot that, with which I killed his anarchy when he was trying to get to the armor, that was quite good. Nothing really difficult, but quite important nevertheless. Hello, Aspector.
Vote now.
Blood Covenant.
Prepare for draft. Your pick.
Have to go with Doomslayer here and Nyx. They're just so handy
Your pick.
for jumping between the bridges. I can try Ranger, although I don't use the Dire Orb very well, and I forget to use it. I just forget that the cooldown is so short that you can use it. Not all the time, but really often. And here it's really handy for movement purposes if you just know how to use it.
Gates are closed. Gotta find another way home.
Prepare to fight.
Okay, let's start with Doomslayer.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Fight.
LG. where are you? That is 7 late. This 13. Well, for once I played good DM6 there for a while. At least I didn't kill myself there this time. Dog. Oh, we came from that side. And luckily missed his rail. Okay. Ah, he used the ghost wall. Damn. That was close. Nice. Nice combo. Ah. Yes, 8 seconds left.
Sudden death. Stopwatch.
Going for the rail now. 29. That was... Whoa! That was a close game. All round.
Prepare to fight.
Way too close.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Round. Fight.
Really late. Yeah, he has the rail already. That rail totally saved him there. Oh. Whoa. Lol. Somehow he got stuck in the wall, and I think that totally saved him there. Okay, 13. No, 23. $29. I don't know, maybe he failed to understand that I had quite a lot of stacks still left, even though he hit that one rail.
Watch.
16 and 29. Teddy. Now I'm in a hurry. I hope I can make it in time. Yep. One late. crap. Well, okay. That helped a lot. Helped so much that he didn't even go for the armor. Will he come back? Nope. Strange. He's in such a huge hurry to get the frag and... I think he should have attacked there when he actually found me. It's so easy to get lost in DM6.
3, 2, 1. Round 3. Fight.
Okay, that was 10 late. Now 16 or 17. This is awful, I'm actually railable. No way! Oh, that's just frustrating. Go away, yeah. Go. I didn't want to take the fight, I need the ghost walk first. Just a bit too long. Five late. He came from down there. Okay. Totally didn't expect that. Again, a rail hit that I didn't see the rail itself. If you just miss the sound, then you can really be got off guard. When you just lose 80 health and you don't see getting hit. That's an annoying bug. Oh, thanks for the follow, Calx. Calx, how do you pronounce it? I have no idea. The new patch, I guess it's fine. I played only one free-for-all and it's hard to say if it was better than it was. It might have been a bit better, but I would have to play more. Especially because that was without streaming. So I'm not entirely sure. I haven't played all that many free-for-alls lately without streaming, so I don't know how it usually works. With the stream on, it's playable, but it's not perfectly smooth.
Vote now.
I guess it's blood run time. We already played Sarnath and BM6.
Your pick.
Okay, Mr. Doomslayer it is.
Your pick.
Well, there was that slight change of Doomslayer hitbox as well as BJ hitbox. So BJ is even less useful than he was, and Doomslayer is maybe just a bit weaker because now at least some people say that it's quite easy to shaft against Doomslayer. So go figure. I haven't really tried it all that much yet. Well, I'm facing a Doomslayer now, so maybe I will have to go for LG.
Prepare to fight. Round begins in 3.
Yeah, poor BJ. I totally agree. Oh, he hit the rail even. Not bad. But I hit the rockets. No, I did go for that rail. LG. Okay, got rid of it. Again, the second rail totally disappeared. I guess he got the mega. That is quite frustrating sometimes, when you don't have the exact timing. And then you are right next to the mega. And the opponent anyway gets it. Whoa. Nice rails. How much can you have? Absolutely nothing. Which way will he come? Okay, I have both of the items now. Yeah, I think he had like 10 health.
Prepare to fight. Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Round 2.
Okay. Did you see that light effect on my screen? What was that? What happened there? Come on. Can't work every time. Goddamn Berserk.
Prepare to fight.
I played against Henu yesterday and he kept on killing me with that.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Round 3. Fight.
What is happening? Has left the match. Okay then. I guess good game. I wonder if they added the rocket off center on purpose. Because in other Quakes, the rocket is here. And then when I just strafe here and try to get the rocket, quite often I just strafe somewhere here and start wondering like, what is happening? Why I don't get the rocket? Because you have to go just a bit further.
You win.
Well, finally I win. That was a long time out. Was not going to accept a loss for that one. Oh, the game said that I won. It's a win then. And I got more frags. Look, he got 0. I got 5. I win. Or hello, hello, K4GE88. Or is it Gage88? Gage, right. Makes more sense, maybe. At least it's easier. Stream charts. 193 players an hour ago. That's more than when I checked 30 minutes ago. Do I feel Doom is overpowered? Maybe. I don't know if his hitbox should be bigger or... Because I think he's not super overpowered. It's not like you can't kill him. And it's not like you automatically win when you are using Doomslayer. And it's not even like that you have to choose Doomslayer every time. I think Doomslayer is so popular because he's quite easy to play. When you just get familiar with the double jump and know how to use it in fights, then he's quite easy to use. But I think, for example, Slash is just as good, if not even better, than Doomslayer, but she's just somehow quite a bit more difficult to handle. So the people who actually know how to play Slash are fewer and further between. Yeah, try not to end up in situations like that with Clutch. The thing with Clutch is that it takes forever for him to get his stack back up. So you should try to slowly grind his stack away so he just can't confront you in that way, having a big stack and the shield ready, because then you are going to lose. You just have to use his huge hitbox against him. Just shoot him with everything you got, basically. Even machine gun deals a shitload of damage against Clutch because you are hitting every shot. Let's go with Anarchy. How do I like the new patch? Feels about the same. I'm sad for BJ though, because I'm not sure if Doomslayer needs a nerf, but I'm sure that BJ needs a buff. Yeah, but the thing with clutch is that you are going in. You don't have any air control with your 1100 UPS. So yes, he's fast, but you can counter it quite well. Not in all situations, but just use corners to your advantage. And other fast champs like Anarchy or stacked champs. For example, Sorlag is not too bad against clutch because you have the air control. You can use the corners against clutch, and you can still get a huge stack.
3, 2, 1. Round 1.
But to be honest, I haven't played all that much against good clutch players, so maybe you have more experience than I do. Oh, 3 nails. That's lovely. Die! I knew that it was one punch away. Will he come? Crap. Ready to go. 12. Nice rail. Not bad.
No, you don't.
Ah, he came back.
We're never going to win.
Okay, I'm really glad that he didn't go for a rail. One rail would have killed me there. One damage. Okay then. Crap. Okay, no more rockets.
Because the land is
Prepare to fight. Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Round 2.
That's quite a lot of damage done. Now I can hopefully make it. Nope. Failed. Maybe I can still make it. Mega before he does. Oh! That wasn't nice. Where are you? Yes! Just in time. Did he get it? How did I mistime it so bad? I guess he did then. Okay, now it's 15. Oh dear. Okay, let's go with Anarchy.
My space.
Oh, that was scary. Oh. Scary orb.
Prepare to fight. Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Round 3.
GG. 1 health left. That's always lovely after a rocket fight. Someone had, actually Devogan had clipped yesterday one of my games against Inns in Blood Run, and the last seconds of, I'm not sure if it was the round or even the whole map, where I had Anarchy with 76 health and 25 armor, and like a second or two before the end, Inns manages to hit a direct, and I survive with 1 health. It was quite crazy because I passed him there, like midair in the quad room, and then go towards the heavy, and he shoots the rocket like I don't know, seemed like he just flicked the rocket behind him and manages to hit a direct just before I make it around the corner. But luckily he didn't have time to come after me afterwards. Yeah, sure, we can play Sarnath. A rematch. This guy didn't want to play more anyway. It's funny that he only got 2 frags, although the game felt really close. I think he almost deserved a round there. 3-0 really doesn't do justice to the game. I think clutch movement actually takes quite a bit of skill. It's not all that easy. It's so easy to get stuck in corners. Or midair, or just... I mean, even if you don't necessarily mess up your movement, but if you are going to the wrong place at a wrong time, then your opponent can really punish you. So, duel, Ruins of Sarnath, best of 5. Here we go. Oh, thanks for the follow, Corpse Grinding Mortician. I think it was during the game, so I didn't read it. Oh, I have to press the start match. Okay. Will happen faster if I do that.
Prepare for draft. You're big.
Yep.
You're big.
Anarchy.
You're big.
Yeah, exactly the same picks. No, I won't be at DreamHack Winter. They had qualifiers for DreamHack Winter and I tried to qualify, but I didn't. So I'm not going. You could still go to the BYOC, but you have to buy a ticket for it. I would have to fly or haul my ass to Sweden somehow and take my computer with me, which is way too difficult and expensive. So no, I'm not going to DreamHack Winter. Had I qualified, then I would have gone for sure.
Prepare to fight. Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Fight.
How much did I hit? 75. That's not all that bad. stuck in the corner. I didn't even know that it's possible. Okay. Such a small
Murdered out here.
corner, super annoying to get stuck there.
Where?
Prepare to fight.
Places like that really shouldn't exist in maps, I think.
2, 1. Round 2. Fight. Revenge.
This is like a repeat from the previous game I played with Not Too Well. Again, failing to get the rocket there from there in time and losing the fight, and then all downhill from there. That could have been horrible. I think he's waiting for me there. Not anymore. Ah, he's there still. Ah, he used the ghost wall. So important to see those ghost walks.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Round 3. Fight.
Okay, and I didn't even take the rocket. Whoa, a direct. Okay, that goes.
Many can get the drop on me.
The direct. Ah.
Prepare to
Well,
fight.
well played there, delaying the mega, and I didn't hear it. Where was I?
Begins in 3.
I think I went through the teleport and didn't hear it because of that. And again, no rocket start. So important in this map to get the rocket in the start. Ghost Walk.
Prepare to fight.
Oh,
Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Fight.
okay, now I get it. Alright, come. She will. Relay, right? Yep. Ah, he was there. Behind the corner. That's better. It was really close though. I think I was trading 0 to 2 again. There I was. Then had to start the comeback. Yeah, I don't drink coffee. I hate the taste. And I don't drink tea either, and well, I can get caffeine if I happen to drink Coke or very rarely some energy drinks, but that is mostly if I have to drive for a long time just to prevent me from falling asleep. I think we didn't play Blood Run. It was Blood Covenant and Ruins of Sarnath that we played. So Blood Run next. I don't know. I haven't noticed the crash happening to me really, and I really don't drink any energy drinks otherwise. Only when I'm driving, and only when I'm driving long distances as well. For example, when we moved to Romania a bit over a year ago, I drove from Finland to Bucharest in 3 days, and that was quite a bit of driving. I think I have the time somewhere written down, but at least the longest day, I think it was 17 hours of driving. So I don't know, one would think that the crash would have happened if I was going to get one, but I didn't notice anything. And usually I'm really sleepy when I drive. I just really have to struggle against falling asleep. And I drank 1 can of those, I don't know, some energy drink that I got from Lidl, and I didn't have any problems. I didn't feel sleepy at all. I was actually really surprised because before that I hadn't really noticed any effects of energy drinks.
Prepare to fight.
Well, isn't there caffeine
Begins in
in energy drinks as well?
1 round.
And well, coffee just tastes so bad. Come on, direct with this. Did he go for it? He will. Combo kill with SNG and rail. That was nice.
Watch.
Alright, at least he died.
Means.
No ghost wall. Interesting.
Prepare to fight. Round begins in 3, 2.
Hello, Divine Quake World. Welcome to the chat. How do I poop in the morning without coffee? Why do I have to poop in the morning? Why I can poop whenever I feel like it? Is there some reason to force it in the morning? Please! How are you still alive? I'm still railable, which is never good. He goes for the shotgun kill. Oh dear. Okay, I know your strategy now. Midair. Wasn't even close.
Prepare to fight. Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Round 3. Fight.
That's quite a bit of damage actually towards the Anarch with LG.
Watch.
3. Okay. I was hoping for a bit more damage. But you don't get more damage, or you don't deal more damage if you don't hit. Okay. That wasn't really a bad trade. Maybe he's counting a bit too much on the Berserk. It is a really good ability, but it doesn't work always. "37 minutes, 10k. That is fast, holy crap. Yeah, the 430 kilometer 410, that is like my max speed, like my record for 10 kilometers. 37 minutes for 10k, that's brutal. Corrupted Keep. Best of 5. But I have to say that my 10k that I ran was with some heals, so it wasn't flat. So that probably slows me down a bit, but not all that much. And it wasn't exactly 10 kilometers because it wasn't a track. So I don't know, the
Prepare for draft.
actual distance might be a bit longer, might be a bit shorter, but it was roughly 10. Corrupted Keep. Yeah, Doomslayer. I don't know if Fefe plays Quake Champion. Somehow I doubt it. I haven't seen him play almost anything, but then again, I'm not in contact with Fefe all that much. He's a nice guy though. Really nice guy. Had good chats with him at QuakeCon. Not so much at QH-LAN though, because QH-LAN was so busy. My peak. He's seriously playing Corrupted Keep with Slash. That is really, really interesting. Because even Tox doesn't like Slash in Corrupted Keep. Or at least that's how it looks, because he doesn't play Corrupted Keep with Slash. Yeah, sure, go ahead. Post a link. Hen will ban you if it's not appropriate. So, but I'm sure it is. Yeah, I've been jumping around with Slash a bit myself. as well. And while I didn't get cramps, it's just, it feels good in pre-war where there are no opponents. But then when I have to fight and move at the same time, it's just horrible. That's 75 free damage, basically. Or almost. So bad timing. Well, that was better. If I had lost that fight, that would have been ridiculous. 8 late. That's evil.
Prepare to fight.
Z for slide. Okay, so you use your pinky finger for sliding.
2, 1. Round 2. Fight.
Fuck, he got it again! I was standing on top of the rocket and he just took it. That's madness.
Hide me.
Boom. Now I think he doesn't realize that Mega is before the Heavy. I think he might be quite lost with the timings. Nice attack. Nice midair. That totally saved him as well, because he didn't have anything. I had the Mega, I had the Heavy. I hit a rocket for 50 HP. So the next one would have probably killed him and he would have been under me, but he hit the midair, so... Okay. Take it. 41. That was a good fight for me to take because I was able to restack really well. I did see that.
Prepare to fight.
Take it. 14. Fuck. Yeah. Don't get stuck there. That was close.
Stopwatch.
Okay then. But wasn't Quake 4 capped to 60 FPS at first? Then with Quake 4 Max, it was increased. Was it increased only to 90 or to something higher? Because Quake 4 Max was what everyone played, right? So it was increased to 90 only. Okay. That sounds strange. Why did they limit to 90?
Prepare for draft. Your pick.
Prepare for draft.
Your pick.
Nocturne says that with proper champs this time. Alright, here we go then. With proper champs. I actually played both Doom 3 and Quake 4 single player. Both were quite boring in my opinion, to be honest. I don't know which one was better. I remember Quake 4 having some beautiful maps in single player. How about dying?
Prepare to fight. Round begins in 3, 2, 1.
Unreal Tournament single player. That I didn't play. Was it something against bots? coming in with LG. Interesting. Damned wall. Yes, walls are quite damned in Quake sometimes. That's a brutal midair. No, direct. Ah, he delayed this. Cunning plan.
Prepare to fight.
Wolfenstein, a game where BJ isn't the worst hero. Yeah, I guess so.
1. Round 2. Fight.
Seven damage. That was actually quite smart of him not to take the fight. Okay then. It's a direct for your troubles. LG actually works somehow. That was decent.
Watch. Time.
It wasn't a bad move from him, I think, because he knew that I was weak as well, and he needed to gamble a bit because he was trailing by 2 champions. But then again, it wasn't a very bad move for me either, because I still had the bigger stack. Taste of his own medicine. Waiting there, yeah. 2 directs, sweet. Three directs. Hit that. 6. Yeah, especially the last one was brutal. The two there and the Mega, they were relatively skilled rockets. That last one was like half spam. Of course, I knew that he was probably, or I was expecting him to come from there. That's why I shot there. But still, to hit a direct there, that is just brutal. And it feels so good. I mean, he got the Mega, and I basically kill him with 3 rockets. A Doomslayer that moves really, really well. Okay, let's try more ruins. Ruins is an interesting map because it's not one of the Quake Live or Quake 3 maps. So quite often you notice that the old guard Quake 3, Quake Live players don't really play Ruins all that well, unless they have really put their time into it. But it's not almost automatic like it is with DM6 and Blood Run. But at the same time, if sometimes I have huge problem against players who are low-leveled, some no-names who just happen to, well, they have put in the hours, they have practiced Ruins. Because even though I'm not a Quake 3, Quake Live player, I still do know Blood Run somewhat. So I get some benefit from my Quake World background there. So then players who don't have almost any Quake background, who are maybe coming from Unreal or some other game, then they might be a lot more difficult to play against in Sarnet than they are in Blood Run. Yeah, I agree. The Mega Room is awkward. I'm not a huge fan of it either. I love the eye though. I mean, I love the visuals of the eye, just the way it works. It's really annoying. I don't like how you jump on this and then sometimes you get this kind of double jump from here. I don't like it either. But I like how it looks.
3, 2, 1.
And I agree, yeah, the bridges could be narrower as well. Did he really try to go for... No, you are dead. Yeah, I think he did try to go for both items. Or just really ballsy route towards rocket. I think he didn't realize how fast I came through that jump pad. He had no idea that I was so close behind. that rocket. That's just madness.
Round begins. 3,
Well, yesterday I did play against Agent and Ins. Are they high skilled enough for you? And I have played against Fu and Kilsen and Cooler and you name it. Ah, it was there. I saw the ghost wall, but... Alright, let's just get out of here. Not a good place for fighting. At all. It was a bit too late for that. I have played against Tox and quite a few good players, I think. Come. No. Although I'm not sure if I wanted him to come, really. Yes! Come here. Talk about tasting your own medicine there.
Prepare to fight.
I have taken even a map
Round begins in
from Kilsen.
3, 2,
Not only rounds.
round 3. Fight.
Still totally BFF.
Alright, I will just leave the fight and find him elsewhere. Nice wall jump there. Wasn't quite enough, but nice anyway. I liked it. That's sad. That's so sad. I let him take the mega, he survives with absolutely nothing. And then makes a really brave move, game through there. I thought that he would never come with the health he had left. That's 20. He'd be there behind the corner. No. Not this time. There he is. Ah, he hit the rail. That's bad. That's really bad. I failed to hit the ghost walk in time. I was going to ghost walk as soon as I saw him, but just hit the button way too late. Or way too late, but late anyway.
1 minute warning. Prepare to fight. Round begins in 3.
Yeah, Quake World is a totally different beast. There are very few similarities between these two games. Try to kick out the rocket. But I will go for the armor. I will try to explain the differences between Quake World and this after this map. In Quake World, if I was playing Quake World, I could explain you the differences while I was playing, but here I have to actually concentrate. I don't know the maps well enough, so this isn't like a second nature to me. Wow, okay, like that. Okay. Yeah, apart from those obvious things, well, yeah, let's forget Quake Live. Let's just compare Quake World and Quake Champions. I think one of the biggest differences is in the weapons and the weapon balance. First of all, in Quake World, there's no railgun, so that changes the fights quite a bit. Rocket launcher, ridiculously effective. Splash damage is absolutely huge. Shaft, the strongest LG in any Quake. Unbelievably strong, although in not all the maps you can find the cells to actually make it as powerful as it can be. Ammo control plays a huge part in Quake World, whereas in Quake Champions it's now, after some patches, it's a thing, but it's not nearly as important as in Quake World. Just a second, I will answer him. And what else? Then, if you want to compare one-on-one in Quake World and Quake Champions, well, naturally we don't have any champions in Quake World, and coming back to weapon balance, you basically have two, somewhat three really important weapons in Quake World one-on-one. Rocket and LG that I already mentioned. Then we have grenade launcher that has some use. And all the other weapons are not totally useless, but almost useless in one-on-one. Whereas in Quake Champions, you can use SSG, you can use SNG, you can use Gauntlet even very effectively. In Quake World, you can't. And I promised not to, or I thought that I wouldn't mention Quake Live, but you're a Quake Live player. So in Quake Live 1-on-1, you can use SSG, you can use Plasma Gun. Although they are not as good or important as Rail, Rocket, and LG are, they are still somewhat usable. In Quake World, they are in the trash tier. In Quake World, you see a lot bigger scores than in almost any other Quake game. Spawn fragging is a huge thing. You don't have this spawn furthest spawn mode. You have almost random spawns. It prevents you from spawning at this very same spot too many times in a row, but that's it. Other than that, it's totally random. So getting and taking spawn frags is very important. And also it's worth mentioning that whereas in Quake Live, Quake Champions, the starting weapons are quite good. In Quake World, in 1-on-1, total trash. You don't do almost anything with shotgun in Quake World. In 1-on-1, in 4-on-4, shotgun is really important and even powerful, but in 1-on-1, it's a totally different story. And unlike Quake Champions, Quake World is a game of stacks. If you manage to control armors and the mega health, you are almost guaranteed to get a frag. Whereas in Quake Champions, you are not. Also, well, it's a minor thing, I guess, but worth mentioning, mega health doesn't spawn at certain intervals, but mega health spawns 20 seconds after the last mega health has run out, which adds this tiny but important layer to timing items, because you can't always know when the next mega health is about to spawn. You have to keep track of the amount of damage and the amount of time that has passed after the last mega pickup. Yeah, stacks are a huge part of Quake World. But then again, Quake Champions and Quake Live players will think that Quake World weapons are ridiculously powerful. So it's really, really important to be the first one to hit, or at least respond to getting hit really, really fast. Because, for example, LG deals 300 damage per second, which is quite a bit more than their counterparts in Quake Live and Quake Champions, so you don't really have time to mess around. To a Quake World player, Quake Live and even Quake Champions fights feel like they last forever. In Quake World, you die so fast.
Round one.
Nope. Not quite. It's that one as well. Well, it was worth a try, I guess. First blood. Oh hell. That was an easy rail. Should have hit it. Is he coming from there? 55, that's not all that bad. That was bad though. Although he was waiting for me anyway. Wouldn't have gotten the frag. $11. 14. But yeah, if I had to choose one thing or name one thing that is really different between Quake World and Quake Champions, it would be the railgun. Railgun changes the gameplay so much.
Prepare to fight. Round begins in
I will answer the rest of your questions when I have time to read them. Nice. Yeah, what did I just say? Railgun makes a huge difference. Absolutely huge. Please. He's not really missing his rails today. Or this round at least. Okay, now I should get this frag if I don't mess up. If I can just find him somewhere. Where did he go? Yeah.
prepare to fight. Round begins in 3.
Yeah, I can explain further.
1.
I just need to
Fight.
play this round. Whoa, where am I flying? Maybe I was a bit too aggressive. Ah, that was bad. That is a huge problem with the spike that quite a few people quite often forget. That you can't fight when you use it. Whoa. Nice rocket there. Not bad at all.
Prepare to fight. Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Fight.
60 damage. That is just so nasty. Nice timing with the light armor there. There. That is something that I totally hate in this game sometimes. Luckily in this game you can at least move quite fast compared to Quake Live. Oh, that was a miss. Oh. All right, I will check your questions just a second. Yes, exactly. Controlling your opponent is more important in Quake Champions than map control. Exactly like that. In Quake World, you can almost forget about your opponent. Just not really, but just keep track where your opponent is. But as long as you make sure that you get the items, then you are more than likely going to get the frags as well. The frags will follow when you have the items. There are exceptions, but in general and most of the time, that's the way it goes. Yeah, LG does 300 damage per second. One cell every 100 milliseconds, and each cell deals 30 damage. So that is Quake World LG for you. But yeah, Lovely Kitchens is saying that trapping and stuff is actually often as important in Quake World as in Quake Champions. Well, yes, just like you say, for the out of control player, it is, because that is the way you get back into the game most of the time. Sometimes you can get back into the game by just having a beastly LG or just hitting a lot of rockets in a row. But I would say that in Quake Champions, ambushing your opponents plays a lot bigger role, as well as aim. Because in the Quake world, if you're facing a player who has 200, 100, and Rocket and LG, and you have max 100 green that you can't even fully utilize with the 100 health you have, you are going to lose the fight. You have a horrible stack disadvantage. So while it is possible to create an ambush, it's also most of the time really easy to, or relatively easy to, keep track of your opponent's movements, especially in one-on-one. So creating that ambush in Quake World Duel is really hard. In DM6, if you think about the tube, and if the player in control runs both of the items, red and mega, and he makes a kind of mistake, doesn't give himself quite enough time to get back from mega health to red, and then he's forced to go through the tube. There is one place where you can ambush in Quake World quite well as the player who is not in control. But otherwise, or there are more places like this, but it's not as big of a deal, or it's not as important in Quake World as it is in Quake Champions, in my opinion. Tiered armor kind of denies the aspect of backmanning the armors. I'm not sure what you mean. And hello, Mr. Quake. And you are absolutely right. Even a player who has a huge stack, if you just happen to catch him off guard, which doesn't happen in 1-on-1 much, but in 2-on-2 and 4-on-4, it happens a lot. And it is beautiful if you just take a shaft and, for example, DM3, you're sitting behind the yellow teleport, and opponent comes through the yellow teleport, for example, with a fresh yellow, 150 armor that is, and 100 health, has a rocket. He's in a hurry to make it to quad. You're just standing there behind the teleport, and boom. Even if you don't have any armor, you might get the frag, because the damage output is crazy. And I'm not sure about this comparison between tiered armors and just one armor. I would have to think about it more. I haven't played games with non-tiered armors enough, I guess, and in Quake Champions I haven't really thought about it so much. I don't know what to say about it. You might know it better. And last question, what do I enjoy about Quake Champions? Actually, many things. But most of all, the champions. Because the game is totally different from, or not totally, but very, very different from Quake Live and Quake 3. Which is a good thing, because I never liked Quake 3 all that much. Quake Live, I can appreciate the one-on-one aspect in the game. It requires a lot of skill, but I hate to play it. It's so slow. It's so tedious to play Quake Live one-on-one. Not for me at all. So, I don't know, Quake Champions feels faster. The champions give it a new flavor, and just that it's a new game, which actually surprised me, that I just enjoy learning the new things. Unlike in Quake Live. Somehow, yes, there were new things, but still it kind of felt like, okay, this is just Quake World, but a lot worse. Whereas Quake Champions feels like a totally different game. So maybe that's what I like the most. Yeah, depending on the map, that is an interesting comparison, Lovely Kittens. You are absolutely right. I haven't played Quake Live one-on-one so much, but you do get a yellow for free there a lot of times. Whereas in Quake World, depending on the map, but you might be denied the armors altogether. You will get that green, that's for sure. No one can deny you all the greens. But just like you said, green is, without mega health, green is just shit tier armor. It's better than nothing. It's kind of like getting a light armor in Quake Champions. Yes, it protects you from the rail, but that's it. Just like green armor protects you from one rocket, and that's it. But if you get the mega health and green, it's actually just as good as red and 100 health, which is really interesting. Although there's decay for mega health, so you should make your move quite fast after getting the mega health, so you are not in the stack disadvantage because you just waited for too long. And yeah, how rail affects the game. I think it slows down the game quite a bit, although you can work around it now in Quake Champions with the faster and smaller champions, but especially the, well, Anarchy basically, because you have the air control. It's easier to avoid getting railed. And also, for example, Doomslayer's Berserk ability Slash is really good against people who like to rail. Because in Quake Live, you could just keep your distance, and you would know that unless your opponent has the rail as well and hits you in the face, you are pretty much safe, because rockets travel so slowly. The speed of the players, the max speed, or, well, not the max speed, but the acceleration is so low that you are really safe if you just keep your distance. In Quake Champions, for example, Slash with the ability, Doom with the ability, just Anarchy with his movement, Sorlag with rocket jumps, they can counter rail quite well. So in Quake Champions, rail isn't as big of a difference as it is between Quake World and Quake Live, but the difference is still there. Because a Quake World player, when he's not used to rails, he's not expecting a rail to be drawn out in the middle of a fight. For example, when you're fighting a Rocket LG fight, and then you know that your opponent is nowhere, like, he's not really weak, but he's still railable. So a seasoned Quake 3, Quake Live player will draw out the rail. And the Quake World player, at least me, I just, when I started playing Quake Champions, I just forgot that there is such a weapon as rail that just insta-kills me if the opponent actually hits me in that kind of situation. In Quake World, if it felt like I was weak, I would just go, like, I would position myself so that, okay, I can still take a cell or two of LG, and then I can make it back to safety. Or I can take one rocket, and I will gamble that the rocket won't be a direct, so I will survive that as well. And I think I will get the frag, for example, after getting that one slight splash damage. But then in Quake Live and now in Quake Champions, just boom, you're just suddenly dead. So that is a huge difference, even if you can cover the distance between you and the railer. The fact that you can use rail in close combat situations too. So I hope that was elaborate enough. Oh, Mr. Quake, thank you for the subscription. 2 months in a row. Hooray, you will get to keep those. Or the red armor. That's amazing. Thank you. The standard competitive mode in Quake Champions. That is one-on-one at the moment, and sacrifice as well. Although I have to say that people don't like sacrifice all that much. People don't like to watch it, and few people like to play it. So people are hoping for CTF, which would be better, I think. All right, you think that sound is one of the biggest differences between Quake Champions and Quake World? Could be. And there are differences in sounds, yes. In Quake World, the big thing is that you can run and you can't hear it. There are no footsteps. The only way you can hear your opponent is when he picks up items and when he jumps. And of course, you jump a lot in Quake World because it's so much faster. But yes, it is a difference, but I don't know if it's such a huge difference. What makes you think that it is? I'm not saying that it is not, but I'm just not hearing it. All right, Notuern, are you ready? Yeah, that is true that you can hear players from maybe longer distances, or maybe the maps are just smaller in Quake World. Although there are exceptions. DM6 is an exception, so you don't hear so much. And ZT and DM3 is an exception. And DM2 is actually an exception, so out of the 5 map standard pool, in 3 maps, you actually don't know always where your opponent is. So sounds are different in Quake World, and they play a different role. But I don't know if it's a huge difference. Well, in a way, yes, it is. But somehow in both games, you can still keep track of your opponent in like to similar extent, in different ways, but you can still disappear in Quake World one-on-one in similar ways that you can do it in Quake Champions. Not in all maps. You don't disappear in DM4 or Aerowalk. You just don't. But I think that has maybe a bit more to do with the maps than the game. I mean, imagine having Aerowalk in Quake Champions. You wouldn't disappear there either, unless you were Nyx. Yeah, you are right. I mean, I have more problems keeping track of my opponent in Quake Champions as well. But then again, I have played Quake Champions for a couple of months, and Quake World a couple of decades, so that must play a role there as well. But maps are of course part of the game. We don't have Airwalk in Quake Champions, so that's kind of a moot point. Sorry, I don't have settings script. Yes! What a frag. That's Berserk if something. Yeah, 115 fob. Big slate. Want it? Maybe he has both of the times now.
To fight.
Someone could clip that first frag. If it's not a huge problem. That was funny.
One round fight.
Relay. That was 13. Now this should set me up quite well for this mega health if I didn't eat a rocket like that. I somehow knew that he was coming. God damn, that was delayed as well. Okay, he went for that. 15. Why did I take it so fast? That wasn't the thing to do. But the good thing is that I have Berserk ready, so I can make it fast again. 5 late. $5.16. That is 10. And 24. Nice rail. One is 7 and 10. Well, still 27 and 12. I will leave that and hope to survive.
Prepare to fight.
What is the auto mod doing?
3, 2, 1.
One of my few subscribers can't talk.
Fight.
That's brutal. I have to do something about it. Oh, he has rail. That's not good. That's not good. That sucks. He was kind enough to give me the rocket for free. He didn't go for the health, unfortunately. Hey, this sucks. Okay, I got it.
Never going to win.
I have no timing for this. Nope. That sucks. Okay, now this is 26 at least. Yes! I did it on purpose as well. Check that, Brocken. Okay, did you see? The Quake called me there. I missed the rail for the second time. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yes! I got the armor. That's important. Now, I can, hang on, take this. And get the frag. Yes! That's another clip, I guess. Do I miss a long-range boomstick in Quake Champions? No, I'm actually not a big fan of long-range boomstick in Quake World either. My long-range boomstick is not all that good. If I'm feeling good in Quake World, then my short-range boomstick is really good. But I've never been very good at long-range boomstick. I don't know if it's just my lack of mechanical skill or the way I use my mouse with quite high sensitivity and just this fingertip grip. I don't know, but long-range boomstick is not my forte. Okay. Maybe one more. Any map. I don't know. Chat, tell what map. The first one to name a map gets to choose. I'm too lazy to set up a poll for this. Corpse grinding mortician, I absolutely agree. In Quake World, I need a lot more warm-up than I do in Quake Champions. And I think it's exactly because of the sensitivity. Of course, in Quake Champions, I have rail that I just don't know how to use. And sometimes I just hit the rails and sometimes I don't. But I agree that I play better with high sensitivity, but it also takes a lot longer to warm up. All right, Blood Run it is. I think that was the first map name that I noticed.
Prepare for draft. Your pick.
Got the Swedish guys. I know you know how to speak, or at least type, English as well. Okay, at least I have actually talked to you. So you know how to speak English as well. Blood Run.
Your pick.
BJ is not a map hero. Yeah, Henus Banhammer will swing soon. Only Toxin Racy has beaten me this hard, I think. That's good to hear.
Prepare to fight. Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Fight.
Okay, at least 65. An important rail there. Whoa! I didn't realize that I was railable.
Know what honorable means.
I took the risk on purpose. Alright, that's 100 damage. That's a bit more. I think he had no idea that I was following him until it was, or before it was too late. Alright, I can at least tell him that the... Ah, that would have been a direct, I bet. $75, that's good. Oh. He's there. Volktar style.
Prepare to fight.
Yeah, red armor lost. It was for a while.
1. Round 2. Fight.
Did I hear rocket jump? Yep. But I was too slow to pick up the rail. Come on. Ah! I wonder if one would have killed him.
Scum.
He couldn't. As an anarchy, I think he couldn't have had a munch. Well. Easiest rail miss. Yes! He didn't want to shoot because he would have bored. Crap! That was bad. I didn't realize that I took so much damage out of that first SSG.
Prepare to fight.
SSG is so devious, just I still forget that you can take so much damage, and somehow you're... I don't know, I just don't realize it. Every time. Denied. No! Talk about denied. Boom. Okay, between her legs or something. Now you are dead.
Prepare to fight. Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Fight.
Now it's LG. At least a couple of cells hit. That should slow him down a bit. Anarchy. Okay, I got the armor. Okay, I don't need anything else then. Oh, crap. I thought that he had spawned them at the low side of Rogan.
The shadows hide me.
Fuck you. I guess he realized that I was using the Ghost Walk then. Boom.
Crash like you for years.
Not bad. I mean, yeah, the read was good. The read was really good. Hello, Nobo Cop. I'm doing fine this fine Friday. Everything's good. I've been playing some Quake Champions here now for I don't know how long. For some time now. Almost 3 hours. Switching games could be an option, but at this time of the day, Quake World is quite dead. Unfortunately. And while I really enjoy playing Quake Champions, I think the problem is that having played already 3 hours of one-on-one only, I just start losing the concentration. But let's try a couple more. If there's anyone alive. I think it's not as much about skill transfer anymore. I think it's just about learning the Quake Champions things. It is what it is. I think I'm not getting any extra benefits from Quake world anymore. Dope sent me a picture of him and his daughter, I believe. They were watching my stream, and then he wrote that her daughter vomited right afterwards, or soon after taking the picture. And he's saying that she probably didn't like the gameplay. That is unfortunate. My Quake champion skills make people vomit. That's nice. But just to be clear, I think her daughter is like a couple of months old. As my defense. Yeah, there's kind of matchmaking in Quake Champions, but it's not as sophisticated as in CSGO. But also, I believe that there are not as many cheaters in Quake Champions as there are in CSGO. Yeah, I should ask Dope if the vomit was green. And more importantly, if it did any damage. Maybe damage towards the sofa or carpets or Dope's clothing. If we are, you might be the last. Or I hope you are not the last. I hope we get many more viewers. Although there are all 91 of you, that's very nice. And yes, you are absolutely right. We have like 100 players in Quake Champions, and I think they have some tens of thousands in CSGO. How do I have all the dark shaders for everything? I don't know. By grinding and getting lucky, I guess. Let's see what kind of dark shaders I have. Yeah, now I can see the shaders. Well, for example, for Ranger, I don't have a dark one. I would like to have, but no. Do you know, by the way, about the prices of the shaders? Because sometimes I get a lot more shards for a duplicate shader than other times. So is there a value attached to these shaders? Are the dark ones more expensive? Gladiator. Ranger has too often felt the powerful effects of quad damage. Okay then. Great helm. Well, no, the basic stuff is better. What do we have here? Razor forged in the House of Thorn. Sweet. There is lava there. Quake Champions players wouldn't know. Yeah, there's the Quake World axe somewhere. There. The ones with textures are more valuable. Okay. The camo shaders are ugly as hell.
Vote now.
Okay, agent. I don't want to play DM6 against you. Sorry. And
For draft.
I never lose this. So he will be mad because I chose Sarda.
Your pick.
Well, there was this Russian player named Razor who cheated as well.
Your pick.
He had a wall hack. I don't have the skull head for Anarchy yet. Why are the bright ones the best shaders in your opinion? Ah, well, okay. You become invisible at DM6. Maybe for DM6 you are right, but at the same time I think DM6 is such a dark map that using a dark shader is beneficial in that way, as well as Blood Run is quite annoying to play against Anarchy, who is using some brown textures or shaders. Okay, 12. Okay, let's go for the Mega and hope for a kill there. Crap. Nice rail. Ah, I should have stuck to the Mega. Now he is getting both. And he won't even come through here. Oh, there were good rockets, 187 damage, but
Prepare to fight.
he had enough to survive.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1.
My webcam video is out of sync with the rest of the... Okay. Okay, die. Ah! Shoot up. Shoot up, could up, I don't know. Well, that's better. Now I need to make it back to the armor. Yep. And he's there waiting at Mega. And he got the Mega. Annoying timing. He couldn't have had much, although he did get the mega, but I punched him
Prepare to fight.
after that. And I got the heavy, so
3, 2,
maybe he had enough time to get another armor.
fight.
I have one rocket. That's not very optimal. Die? Please. How is it even possible? How he is not dead?
Pick it up.
Really? I really don't get it. Well, well played. Well played. I really don't understand how can a Nyx not die there? There's not all that much health there where he was. Well, that wasn't even close. Played a bit too risky there. For example, there where I challenged his Doomslayer when he had rail. I was just basically counting on him not hitting those. Alright, 22 and 20 HP. Yeah, I thought so. I thought he was quite weak there.
Vote now. Prepare for draft. Your pick.
Alright, Blood Run.
Your pick. Your pick.
Did he go for his visor? Yeah, Agent really likes visor. Thanks for the follow, Urkins. And Eternal Death.
Prepare to fight. Round begins in 3,
bad. Yeah, well, you can't win these games if you miss rails like that. Okay, that's better. Okay, I'm not going there actually. Okay, ghost wall. Oh, luckily I didn't have the rocket. I would have bored. He's taking the rockets away. It's evil. I had what 0.7 seconds left before the ghost wall.
Prepare to fight.
I'm letting him survive with such low HP.
Round begins in
At least after that last fight.
1. Round 2. Fight.
9, that's not bad. Midair! How was that a midair? He was stuck in the corner. Okay, that was like 13 now. I just realized that I was railable, so I didn't want to run all the way there. Will he come from there? Not yet, at least. Now he will. Okay, at least better than in Sarnath.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Round 3. Fight.
Ah, don't get stuck. Wrath. Well, that was just bad play. Yeah, I got it. That's really good. Now he's weak. But I don't have rockets either. He's using the double jump really well. Well played! I think
Prepare to fight.
he couldn't have had much there. 90 HP. I wonder if he had died if I had hit the rail before he got the heavy, the light armor there.
1. Fight.
I'm just losing these rocket fights now. That is horrible. Can't win the game if I fight like that. Okay, well, he lost most of his stack there. I didn't want to fall through the telly there. Ooh. That's scary. Don't really want to meet Doomslayer like that with Anarchy. Okay. I thought that he fell down. That's why I went back there. Well played, well played. I just flat out lost the rocket fights there. Doomslayer versus Doomslayer, that was bad. Way too many lost rocket fights. Or I remember at least one fight where I just missed a bunch of rails as well. Should have hit at least one of them. When you miss like 3-4 rails in a row, then you know that you are in bad shape. And then he disappears. Should probably eat something as well soon. Let's see. Is it Agent again?
Vote now.
Nope, it's not. Corrupted Keep, well, that's good.
Prepare for draft.
Alright.
Your pick.
Agent left.
Your pick. Your pick.
Sorlag. Maybe I will practice Ranger then. Oh.
Prepare to fight.
If he starts with Anarchy,
Begins in
maybe I will go with Doomslayer
1. Round 1.
and do this. Thanks for the follow, Liskophobos. second sound that I don't... Ah! Cosmos, with a funny spelling. Oh! Don't get stuck there. Yep. That was bad. I didn't quite decide if I want to punch or flee, so I kind of didn't do either. Nice rocket there.
Sit up, baby.
No, don't fall down. That wasn't planned.
Gotta find another way home.
Yes! that absolutely never works. Really, never ever. I never hit that dire orb.
Round begins. 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Fight.
Oh, I left both items for him. That's lovely. I need to eat and take a break. Way too many games now. Or even switching the game would help. This is not working.
Why are you torturing me like this?
Really good rocket. Quite annoying. Oh, he didn't take the armor. Holy shit. Had I only realized that, it would have been a free armor. Hey, he was up there already. He flew up. A flying lizard. I wonder if it was really my rocket that actually threw him up there. I think so, because I didn't hear any rocket shooting. Oh, that's quite beautiful. No more rockets. There we go. And only 50 cells as well. Nice rockets there. Really have to start playing. Oh dear. That was a good rocket as well.
Doesn't need another hero. It needs a monster. Tall and throwing lightning. Then you can face me.
8. And 19. Fuck. He had
Prepare to fight.
nothing there. I think machine gun would have killed him.
Round begins in
I just always forget to use it.
1. Fight.
Oh dear. Can't fly there. Not a bad rocket. Not a bad rocket.
Killing my groove, man.
Now I need the rocket, but I won't make it in time. And it's coming after me. No armor even. Nothing. $79, he will get the heavy as well, and I missed the rocket there. Crap. Getting stuck somewhere all the time. That was 14 roughly. And that didn't deal any damage. Okay then. Yes, 7 health. Whoa, that was a lifesaver. 1 health. Okay. Or 1 damage, that is. Mr. Doomslayer. Ah, he has the rocket already.
Get up, baby.
Oh, he killed himself. Refuse to play that round anymore. Okay. That is your choice then.
In 3, 2, 1. Fight.
It's just quite interesting because he's the one playing with Anarchy too. Oh, what is happening? Crap, this is bad. Okay. I'm so happy that he didn't push. Will he kill himself again? I wish you could fight once. Well, go and play some clan arena or something. This is a game of Quake, and Quake is a game of item control, even Quake champions to some extent. Of course I can't fight you when you're coming with Sorlag, fresh out of spawn, hunting me with rocket. Of course I will take the item first and take the fight afterwards. Just useless whine. Not going to play again against players like that. Yeah, that was salty. But that's Quake champions quite often. Yeah, the funny thing is that they always do the same. Playing with anarchy, running around, avoiding fights, just making this kind of drive-bys, passing away like at 640 UPS, shooting a rocket, then going away, making a circle maybe and coming back. So that is fine. And then when I'm playing with anarchy, no, I wish you could fight. And I even dealt more damage than he did. I mean, even taking away the 10,000 damage from this, it would be 5,000 against his 4,800. I really should eat. So shaky stuff there already. Couldn't hit anything with LG. But let's see what I get first out of the backpacks. 10 shards, a rune for BJ. That's amazing. Okay, scale bearer pants. Armor shader worth 10 shards. And a new attachment for skill. Alright. Nothing useful. But is it ever? Unless it's one of those dark or bright armor shaders that make you less visible. So what did I get? This carabiner. Heavy duty carabiner. A simple tool with a myriad of uses. Woohoo! But I have a... Get shoulder armor plating. Well, I don't want to use it. I have something fancier. What is it? Rare. And BJ rune. Yeah, time to start playing BJ. Oh dear, and I only miss one of these. Imagine the BJ rune skin that I could get. I'm sure that's wonderful. It's funny because here is this whatever Okresh rune. Get 10 power-up massacres. Getting even one would be super difficult with BJ. Getting 10, that will take a lifetime of BJ playing. Now I'm starting to understand why some people actually complain about this, because this is so hard that it will literally take you at least months, unless you really arrange a game where when you play in the middle of the night with only your friends, no one else is playing, and you get together to a free-for-all server and give him those for free. Then you're looking at months of, basically, I would say free-for-all is your chance. You're not going to get power-up massacres in Sacrifice or TDM. Because in Sacrifice and TDM, the problem is that you have only 4 opponents. In free-for-all, you have 7. So you have a lot bigger chance to actually get those power-up massacres. Isn't power-up massacre the one where you have to kill 10 or get 10 frags with 1 power-up? And yes, camping low rocket is perfect for doing it. Unfortunately, we don't have low rocket, and unfortunately, we don't have the ever so weak spawning players like we have in Quake World. Taking spawn frags in Quake Champions, it's way more difficult. Thanks for the follows, everyone. Figinator, Pudelbimbi, all right, that's a lovely nickname. And Johnny Joke 26. All right, so you can die in between. Well, that makes it easier then. Okay, that makes it a lot more reasonable. I thought that you need to get the 10 frags within that one power-up. Okay, then it's better, but still to survive from one power-up to another, that's a pain in the ass. To survive 2 minutes in free-for-all, maybe you should just hide in a corner. It doesn't look like there are very many players in Quake World either, so I think I will stop streaming now. I really need to eat, I'm so hungry. And anyway, playing almost 4 hours of one-on-one takes its toll on me. Just can't concentrate, that is the problem. And then when I can't concentrate, it's not fun to play anymore. When I'm losing the timings and just losing the fights and everything. So I think that's it for me. We hit 100 viewers, that's amazing. And some nice mid-air rockets. Maybe some rails as well, every now and then. Okay, thanks for watching. It was fun to play. Too bad Agent took me down so easily. At least one round from him, but yesterday it was so much better. Sarnath, I didn't play well. And Blood Run, well, I didn't play well there either, but it was more because I didn't hit well than that I didn't do the right things. But yeah, can't win them all, I guess. Good games. Take care. Actually, hosting. Is there anyone to host? Let's find out. First, we have to check Quake. All right, someone is streaming apparently Quake Champions, but claims it to be Quake. Okay, Xhep is streaming, but I'm not going to host him. Salty. Well, damn. Any suggestions? I don't have any of my friends streaming either. I guess I should have more friends then. A battle right player. I've never even played the game. That doesn't make any sense. I will just randomly select someone then. Here's someone with 1 viewer. Let's see. Why do I have to fake Nick in battle, right? No one will know me anyway. But yeah, I could try it actually. I was thinking about it. Okay, Mordecai Sve, I guess from Sweden, gets a lot of viewers now.
Alright, so I need the rocket launcher to actually get some kills. It is actually quite like embarrassing how one weapon focused I am in this game. But the rocket launcher is the by far easiest one to get kills with.
Oh, yeah.
Miltonizer, wow! Host for 86 viewers, thank you so much. That is amazing. I cannot understand how many hosts I got in the last, like, only a week really. Oh, wow, nice.